He was probably, I believe he was around 15 years old when he moved to Canada.
I met him at my sister's house. He was friends with my brother-in-law. I was 13, but that's still 2 years after we started dating. We dated 3.5 years, so once I was 18 we got married, and he was having some pain already throughout the week, like he thought he just maybe damaged his hip by playing baseball. But then on the way there he got so much pain and he couldn't even drive. He had so much pain. So then once we got back to Sarnia, I called the ambulance and they took him to the hospital, and right then they didn't tell us, but then they just made an appointment in London at the cancer clinic, and that's where he was. They didn't tell us the first day, but they did tests and stuff, and then the next day they called and they said he was diagnosed with leukemia.
Because he was given 6 weeks to live, and we had no decision on what we were going to do from here. Doctors in London were ready to give him treatment, but with no hope. Within 2 days, we decided to go to our clinic. What is the doctor, Francisco Soto, who had been very successful in helping us with cancer.
We were in Juarez for 11 weeks, the first time altogether, and then we sent him home and he was doing very good. But we went back several times. It was, I think, every other month we had to go back, and they had to do another 2 or 3 weeks treatments.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, he came and knocked on my door, and he was in hard pain. We quickly, just the two of us, crossed the border and went to the clinic. But to our surprise, the clinic was closed for the night. And here my brother couldn't even walk. There was a number there that we had from one of the doctors. The doctor did show up, and he gave him some medication that would control his pain, but it never did. He gave him more of it, and it never did. So then he gave him a very strong dose of morphine. And shortly after that, they fell asleep. Around 4 o'clock, he sort of woke up a little more, and he looked at me with a big grin on his face, and he says, welcome here.
So we decided to go back for another treatment, and the doctors gave him a dosage too high, so his body wasn't strong enough to deal with it, and it just ate his whole inside, and he passed away on April 27th.